Alright guys, it's that time of the year again. We have 6th Ranger pictures and toys and details, everything you want to know about the upcoming 6th Ranger of Avataro Sentai DonBrothers. So this is going to be kind of a follow-up video to a video I did back in March? April? I don't even remember. It was a video I did about the second quarter toy listings. And as per usual, those have been 100% confirmed by these. We actually now have pictures of everything in there. And there's a lot of really cool things going on here for our upcoming 6th Ranger, who has 2 different forms for DonBrothers. So let's go and get right on into it. So ever since we got to the second quarter listings of toys for DonBrothers, we knew that the 6th Ranger was going to be a Gold Ranger with a Silver Ranger form. Kind of like Lupin X versus Pattern X, or not versus, but kind of something like that, where it's one character who's 2 different Rangers. Although for that one, I would say that Lupin X was kind of his default form, the Silver Ranger form, and the Gold one was kind of the alternative form. And this is kind of flipping it around, where the Gold Ranger form seems to be kind of his more default form, with a Silver Ranger form being kind of the extra stuff. Now, what's really cool about this as well is that we also knew from the toy listings that we were going to be getting a really cool thing. We were going to be getting 6th Ranger Avataro gears, which opens up a whole rabbit hole of possibilities for Bandai to sell us gears of, because historically, for both Zenkaiger and DonBrothers, we have only gotten gears for the Reds of the teams, or I guess technically the leaders of the teams, because you have like Zenkaiser, who's not a Red Ranger, for the Avataro gears, you know, that kind of stuff. And that's 100% happening. So the first thing to talk about, I guess, would be Gear Set 5. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into that, because Gear Set 5 is going to be the first thing being released this upcoming weekend, actually. So in literally 6 days, you'll be able to get Gear Set 5 here, and it's a pretty cool set. So the deluxe Gear Set number 5 is going to come with the Dragon Ranger, Gokai Silver, Kirmei Silver, 2 Kaiser, and DonDoragokku Altered Gears. So basically, we have a bunch of 6th, and we have 1 Alter Gear here, which is for our 6th Ranger, which we'll talk about in a minute here, because we have basically a very similar thing to what we had with Gear Set 1, where Momotaro Alter's gear was in the first gear set, and it did not come with the actual Chain Shiro series figure of the Alter, and we have that exact same thing happening here with DonDoragokku, so we're going to talk about that. But what's really cool is we have these 6 Ranger gears, and I'm very, very excited for these. Now, from what we can kind of tell with the pictures here, and sometimes Bandai's been tricky with us, sometimes they've been lying and not showing the correct gear notches on the promo pictures for whatever reason, it does appear that these gear notches are the same as their Sentai gear counterparts or their Avataro gear counterparts of just the generic Reds. So like Dragon Ranger's gear, for example, I believe should just function as a Zyuranger gear. So if you have the original Zyuranger Sentai gear, or you have the Dark Sentai gear, or you have the Avataro gear, it should function the same. Now, what is very interesting about this is that DonDoragokku here, at least 2 6 Rangers are here predating Gokaiger. And we have not seen, like in the show at all, any actual functionable use of any Avataro gears pre-Gokaiger. We've seen them in the show. We've had monsters based off of like 5-man, and I think we've had one for something else. I know we've at least seen the 5-man Avataro gear in the show, but they haven't ever used it to Avataro change or anything like that. But it is interesting that they are very much promoting, at least Kiba Ranger, which we'll talk about with the weapons for him. They're definitely at least promoting that one to have some kind of importance. And not only that, but the suits for the 6th Ranger are sort of Dragon Ranger and Kiba Ranger based, kind of. That's kind of what the original toy listings had said for them and everything. And we will get to the suits in a second, but I just want to finish up talking about this gear set. The only gear besides DonDoragokku Alter, which I'm sure will have some kind of specific purpose in his changer and maybe in the Dawn Blaster as well, is 2 Kaiser's gear. 2 Kaiser's gear should function as the original 2 Kaiser gear did. So that one actually should work in the Gear Delener, actually. It also should be able to unlock the 2 Kaiser sound that we can already get from the Dawn Blaster with the original 2 Kaiser gears from last year. But I imagine that the Kirmei Silver, the Gokai Silver, and the Dragon Ranger gears are going to function as if they were just Kirmeiger, Gokaiger, and Zyuranger gears. Which is kind of disappointing, but like I get it. Like we've already had the leaked hacking list of sounds from the Dawn Blaster, and there is no 6th Ranger sounds in there besides 2 Kaiser. However, the other toys for the 6 Rangers seem to actually be reading the 6th as the 6th, so we'll talk about that. But then, of course, we have the toys for the 6th himself. So these are going to be coming out primarily, almost all of these, on June 18th. So like 2 weeks from now, 2 or 3 weeks from now or whatever. So we've already seen the character, actually, kind of. He's basically going to be debuting in the show next weekend. We got this in the promo images last night. His character name is Jiro Momodani, and he definitely looks like a fun fella there. So they haven't said that he's DonDoragokku, but he's DonDoragokku. So he will be in the show starting next weekend, and I don't think he'll transform until probably around the 18th, so we might see him for like 2 episodes, or he'll just transform next week. I have no idea, to be honest. Next weekend's gonna be interesting. We're getting our character introduction for our 6th and DonBrothers, and we're getting Ultimate Revice, which is the final form of Revice, so we're definitely gonna be a very interesting week of Tokusatsu, and we're getting the 2 Kaiser versus Gokaiger special, which if you guys did not see my video about that I uploaded at 3 o'clock in the morning today, be sure to check that out. There'll be a little thing popping up for it, because oh my god. But let's talk about DonDoragokku's suits, because it looks pretty cool, and I'm going to be using the Sentai Hero series figure just to kind of show it, because it's our best look at the full suit. So this is the suit. Obviously the Change Hero is going to be a little bit better detailed, and we'll talk about that as well, but I like it. It's not exactly what I was expecting, I think, but I don't dislike it at all. And just like 2 Kaiser, he's going to have alternate forms. So we're also going to have DonTorabolt, and DonTorabolt is going to be his Silver Ranger form, which is supposed to sort of be more Kiba Ranger based with a tiger and everything like that. Now, I think he will have both forms from the get-go, but the actual gear to get DonTorabolt is coming out a little bit later, and he has a particular weapon that gear is coming with, which I think he has in both forms, but I think he probably won't use it as much in DonDoragokku as he's going to use it in DonTorabolt, so we'll talk about that. But of course, we're getting the Change Hero series figure, which is going to have basically be very similar to the 2 Kaiser one from last year, where it came with the O-Ranger and Shinkenger armor. It's going to come with swappable armor for you to change in between DonDoragokku and DonTorabolt, so that's pretty cool. I do like that as well, and I'm sure we're going to get like a Yudo candy toy figure that's going to be able to do the same. So of course, you know, Sentai Hero series figures, Change Hero series figures, you know, per usual, right? So we're going to be getting the same kind of stuff there that we've gotten, you know, pretty much ever since Senkaiger and stuff like that, which is no surprise whatsoever. Now, his changer is going to be the deluxe Rukono Geki, which is going to be a spear weapon, which we knew about from the toy listings here. And this is going to come with the DonDoragokku gear, which makes perfect sense. It's going to come with his Gold Ranger gear, which definitely does seem to be his default form, so nothing too surprising there whatsoever. But I like it. It's not like the greatest thing. It's definitely gonna be a little dinky, and it kind of has like an axe mode as well, it looks like, where you can kind of flip the spear piece like down to be like a little axe, so that's neat. I definitely do like that. You kind of put the gear in the front there, yeah, I dig it. I do like the design. Obviously it's going to be small. It's not going to be like a full-size thing. Maybe we'll get like a memorial edition of it someday or something like that. I'm not exactly sure how much gear functionality it's going to have. I think kind of, maybe based off of the toy pictures here, I think possibly the weapon might have more gear functionality. I could be wrong on that. But historically, 6 Rangers weapons and changers and stuff, especially for those that take gimmicks or from seasons that have gimmicks, are very limited in their capabilities. The Gear Delener last year could technically read Sentai gears. It just couldn't read them all as much as you would have wanted them to, which is like my biggest disappointment with that toy. It could have been so incredible. They literally got the Mobirit's voice for it, and it's still a pretty fun toy, and it can read a good amount of gears, but it only has like 6 sounds in there, where like primarily like 40 plus gears just make the same noise. So I would imagine that that's kind of probably going to be a very similar thing with DonDoragokku stuff here, but hey, I would love to be wrong on that front. And speaking of this weapon I've been talking about, we have the Taigarda, or Taiguradra. It's like guard, it's like Guradra. It's the Taja spinner, guys. It looks exactly like the Taja spinner, basically, from Kamen Rider O, so everybody's been comparing it to that all day. And it really does. It looks like if you basically had the Taja spinner without the little, like, door that goes on it for the, like, the O scanner. And the way it's going to work is it looks like you'll be able to rotate it around, and I think you're going to be able to scan the spear on top of it like you would be able to do, like you've been able to do with the sword, the Sunglass sword with the Dawn Blaster, where you can kind of have it scan the top of it and make more sounds. We're going to get something like that out of this. And this is going to come come with 2 Avataro gears. It's going to come with the gear for DonTorabolt, and it's also going to come with the Kiba Ranger Avataro gear. So I like that a lot, and what's really cool is we can see in the gear thing here, there's actually another gear inside that they haven't officially revealed yet, and they specifically made sure that the picture has some glare over it so we can't see it. And that is the Robotaro gear for the upcoming mecha that DonDoragokku is going to have. They just didn't want to show it off yet, but that's exactly what it is. So we can kind of see it there. But we can also just see the other gears from Gear Set 5 and the gears that come with the actual spinner itself. And I like this a lot. This is not coming out until July, however, and so you will be able to buy the spear changer and the weapon separately, or you can wait until July and get them together in a bundle set. Like we've done in the past, like last year we got the buckle with the gear deleter or something like that. So, not surprising. And I will probably, I do plan on getting some of this, I think. I just can't afford it all right now. But I think I'll probably wait for the combo set, if anything, because I do want those 6 Ranger gears quite a bit. I really do. But that's pretty much it for all the roleplay stuff and the gears and everything. Of course, we're going to have alters, because that's kind of the whole thing that we've been doing with DonBrothers. And of course, we're going to start with the DonDoragokku alter, which is very green, for sure. It can turn into like this dragon thing. So, kind of like how Momotaro turns into a peach. This can turn into a dragon. And I did not expect the Gold Ranger's mecha to be so green focused, but it looks pretty sweet. And like I said earlier, you're going to be able to get the alter gear that actually unlocks this form with the Gear Set 5 this upcoming weekend. So just, keep that in mind. So you're not going to get a gear with this one. It's going to be one of the alters that doesn't come with a gear, but it does look pretty sweet. I definitely like it. And to go alongside with that, which we knew about from the toy listings, we're going to be getting the Ninja alter. So the Ninja alter is going to be able to have a combination. I mean, granted, you can use these pieces to make whatever random combinations that you want. That's kind of the whole point of this Change Heroes alter line. But there will be an official combination with the Ninja alter alongside Momotaro alter. You're also going to be able to have an official combination with the Ninja alter with DonDoragokku alter. So you're going to be able to have 2 official combinations out of this, and of course it's going to come with the Ninja alter gear, as you would expect. And it's pretty cool. I like it. It's like a shuriken, like drone glider thing. The artwork, of course, is phenomenal, as it always has been on these alters and the entire DonBrothers toy line, honestly. It just looks fantastic. So I'm very excited for all of that. And if you want to get the Ninja alter and DonDoragokku's alter together, there will be a combo set of those, just like there was with Momotaro alter and the Tokuja alter. So, or of course you can buy them separately if you want. Whichever way you want to go with it, go for it. So you have that. And then also we will be getting a 6th gear set. There will be a deluxe gear set number 6 coming out at the beginning of July. But we have no idea what's in that set just yet, although there's a pretty safe bet that Robotaro gear that they're kind of hiding from us will probably be in there. And maybe some more 6 Ranger gears. It's kind of interesting now, because now that we have, 5 of them now? We have Dragon Ranger, Kiba Ranger, Gokai Silver, Kirame Silver, and 2 Kaiser, which is a pretty good amount of choices, and pretty good choices too. You have the 2 most recent 6 Rangers prior to DonBrothers. Of course, 2 Kaiser makes sense to have in there. Of course, Gokaiger is Gokaiger, and then you have the very first 2 6 Rangers that this one is kind of based off of anyway. So it's a pretty good choice, but it's just very interesting to see where we're going to go with this, because are we going to get the rest of the 6 Rangers? There wouldn't be a ton for them to do, and they're almost done with regular Avataro gears for all the Red Rangers. We're going to wrap that up here pretty soon, probably in the next 1 or 2 Candy Toy sets or Gashapon sets are going to knock that right out. We only have a couple left, so I would imagine that maybe we'll kind of shift focus in the Candy Toy Gashapon lines to more 6th, which will be very interesting for duos, because I'm very curious if we're going to get like a Go on Gold and Go on Silver like gear. Will they somehow squeeze them together on one gear? What would we do about like Lupin and Paterin X, stuff like that? So I really would like to see more 6 Ranger gears to kind of see what options they go with. But speaking of duos, and this has nothing to do with the 6 Ranger, but it was DonBrothers gear information and stuff like that that came out last night, there will be an official release of the Kamen Rider Revi and Kamen Rider Vice Avataro gears. So we knew about these being sounds in the Don Blaster, just like there was sounds for, Kamen Rider stuff last time in the Geartliner. So we knew these were going to be a thing at some point, and they are going to be sold as a set of 3 gears with the upcoming movie tickets. You know how this works. There's like premium movie tickets that you can buy, I think, at like certain stores and stuff like that in Japan for the upcoming summer movies. And there's going to be the Crocodile Vice stamp, which is the Wizard Vice stamp for Revice, and there's going to be a set of 3 Avataro gears for DonBrothers, and 2 of them are Kamen Rider Revi and Kamen Rider Vice. but the third one is being left a mystery. So there is more Revice sounds in the Dawn Blaster. There's one for like Revi, there's one for Vice, there's one for like Revice together. So I don't know if that mystery gear is supposed to be a Revice one together, or maybe it's supposed to be, there's rumors like usual that the next Rider series is going to have a cameo debut in the Revice movie, so it's possible that gear could be for the next Rider show. I don't know why they would hide it if it is just a Revice gear, so I'm very curious what that Avataro gear is going to be, but we are for sure getting one for Revi and one for Vice, which is pretty cool. I do like that a lot, and having it in that art style and everything, and to get another sound out of the Dawn Blaster. And I think that's going to do it. So that's pretty much everything we have to talk about for DonDoragokku and DonTorabolt so far. And yeah, pretty excited for all this stuff. And we still have a lot of other things from the second quarter catalog, or second quarter toy listings that have not been revealed yet, because they're not going to be happening until like August. We also have Donbrothers, which is going to be an upcoming purple rival ranger, that the name that leaked up the other day, which was also in the toy listings. They're going to have alters and stuff like that as well. So that could be some kind of component of Gear Set 6. But yeah, I'm very excited for all this to start coming out. I do plan on trying to get some of it. I just don't have like a ton of funds for this right now, so we'll see what happens with that, but I do want to get some of it. But basically, Gear Set number 5 comes out in a week. I'm definitely going to be getting that. I gotta get some 6 Ranger Avataro gears, and pretty much everything else comes out on June 18th, except for like the combo sets and stuff like that, which won't be out until July. So I'd love to hear what you guys have to say down in the comments below about our upcoming 6 Ranger for Donbrothers. What do you think of the suit design? What do you think of the idea of us getting the 6 Ranger Avataro gears? What do you think of everything that I talked about today? I'm very curious what you guys have to say about it. And the show is great, so I cannot wait to see all this stuff get introduced in the show, because I can't wait to see what they're going to do with it. So until next time, you guys can follow me on Twitter at LightningRangerKey or at LightningFigPR, and I'll see you all next time.